If you're preparing for an SAP testing interview, honing your knowledge on potential questions can significantly enhance your chances of success. This video will focus on the top 25 SAP testing interview questions and their possible answers. From understanding the basics to discussing complex scenarios, this comprehensive guide aims to equip you with the insights needed to excel in your interview. By watching this video, you will gain the confidence to tackle any SAP testing interview question that comes your way. 1. What is SAP and what does it stand for? SAP refers to systems, applications, and products in data processing. The name SAP is derived from Systeme, Anwendungen und Produkte, which is German for systems, applications, and products. SAP is a multinational software corporation that produces software solutions for managing business operations and customer relations. The software solutions provided by SAP are used to streamline business processes across various departments such as procurement, sales, distribution, finance, and HR. These solutions help businesses to make data-driven decisions and run their operations more efficiently. 2. Can you explain what SAP testing is and why it's important? SAP testing involves checking the functionality and performance of SAP software to ensure it meets the desired business needs. SAP, standing for Systems, Applications, and Products, is a crucial part of many businesses, enabling efficient resource planning and management. The importance of SAP testing stems from its ability to identify any potential errors or defects within SAP software before they can impact business operations. By carrying out SAP testing, we can ensure that all processes, from procurement to sales, are running smoothly. It's important because it minimizes the risk of system failures, business process interruptions, and data inaccuracies that could result in significant financial loss and damage to an organization's reputation. 3. What are the different types of SAP testing? SAP testing involves various types that are essential for ensuring the system's functionality, performance, and security. These types include unit testing. This form of testing checks individual components or modules of the SAP system to ensure they function correctly. Integration testing. This testing type is done to check if different modules interact and work correctly when joined together. Regression testing. This type of testing is done to ensure that any new changes, updates, or modifications to the system have not affected the existing functionality. UAT, user acceptance testing. This is done to confirm if the system meets the specified requirements and is ready for use. Performance testing. This testing ensures that the system can handle the expected load and performs optimally under different conditions. Security testing. This is done to check for vulnerabilities or security breaches in the system. SAP testing types are diverse, each with its unique focus. Unit testing evaluates single modules for correct functionality. Integration testing, on the other hand, checks the collaboration of different units, ensuring they work harmoniously when combined. Another type, regression testing, assesses existing functions for any disruptions caused by updates or changes in the system. 4. How do you create an effective SAP test case? In order to create an effective SAP test case, it's necessary to understand the business process that is being tested thoroughly. This requires you to have a clear understanding of the business requirements, objectives, and expected outcomes. Once you have this understanding, you should create detailed, step-by-step procedures for each test case. These procedures should include the required inputs, actions, and expected results. It's important to make sure that each test case is independent and does not rely on the outcome of another test case. In addition, it's essential to document any assumptions or preconditions that need to be met before the test case can be executed. This will help to ensure that the test case is valid and that the results are reliable. 5. What tools are commonly used for SAP testing? SAP testing often requires the use of specialized tools to ensure its efficacy. Some of the commonly used tools include SAP Test Data Migration Server, TDMS, which allows testers to create appropriate testing datasets without violating any confidentiality or privacy rules. SAP Solution Manager, SOLMAN, is another tool used in the SAP testing process to manage and maintain SAP and non-SAP applications. HP Quality Center, QC, is also used widely in SAP testing for test management, and it can be easily integrated with SAP Solution Manager. Other tools like Worksoft Certify, Tricentis Tosca, and Selenium are also popular for SAP testing. 6. Can you describe what business process testing is in the context of SAP? Business process testing, BPT, within SAP is an essential procedure that verifies the functionality of various business processes, ensuring they run smoothly and deliver the expected outcomes. It involves a holistic testing approach, examining all the steps, transactions, and processes to make sure they work together efficiently and meet the desired business objectives. BPT in SAP is critical as it helps to mitigate risks, improve business efficiency, and enhance the overall user experience. It ensures the system's integrity, reliability, and performance. 7. What are some of the main challenges faced during SAP testing? There are several significant hurdles that can arise during SAP testing. Some of these include the complexity of the SAP system itself, which can be overwhelming for testers who are not familiar with it. Additionally, the sheer size of the system can make it difficult to thoroughly test all components, leading to potential oversights. Integration issues may also arise, particularly when newer versions of SAP are being tested alongside older versions. Another challenge is understanding the business processes that are being automated by SAP. Without a clear understanding of these processes, it can be difficult to create effective test cases. Testing timelines can also pose a challenge. Given the breadth of the SAP system, it can be time-consuming to conduct thorough testing. This can sometimes lead to rushed testing or skip tests, which can result in errors or oversights. 8. What is ECATT in SAP testing? ECATT, Extended Computer Aided Test Tool, is a software testing tool that comes integrated with SAP. Primarily used for creating automated test scripts, ECATT is essential during SAP testing. It offers an efficient method to test business processes in SAP that would otherwise be time-consuming if performed manually. It saves time and ensures accuracy by eliminating human error. ECATT supports testing of SAP GUI, Web Dynpro, and SAP interfaces, making it a versatile tool. 9. Can you explain the difference between Developer Trace, System Trace, and System Log in SAP? In SAP, Developer Trace, System Trace, and System Log are three distinct tools used for different purposes. Developer Trace is a tool used by developers to debug programs. It records the technical information about the dialogue and background processing needed to analyze problems. System Trace, on the other hand, is used to record events such as function module calls or database changes, which prove useful for debugging system errors. Finally, System Log is where all system errors, warnings, information messages, and certain system changes are logged. It's a comprehensive tool that allows for a high level of detail in troubleshooting. Each of these tools plays a vital role in ensuring the smooth operation of SAP systems, offering different levels of information for various purposes. The Developer Trace, System Trace, and System Log in SAP are fundamentally different. The Developer Trace mainly tracks the technical information necessary to debug programs, which includes information about dialogue or background processing. 10. What is ScreenFlow logic in SAP testing? ScreenFlow logic in SAP testing is an integral part of the SAP system. It's a crucial tool used in module pool programming. Specifically, it's the logic that controls the flow of screens when an application is running. This includes processing user inputs, carrying out validations, and displaying outputs. It's essentially the brain behind the functioning of any transaction. The ScreenFlow logic is divided into several sections such as PBO, process before output, PAI, process after input, and POV, process on value request. Each of these sections plays a unique role in managing the flow of screens during the execution of a transaction. ScreenFlow logic in SAP testing is pivotal for ensuring seamless user experience and efficient execution of transactions. It's the foundation for the creation, modification, and troubleshooting of screens within the SAP system. Without it, navigating through an SAP system would be a chaotic and complicated process. In testing, understanding ScreenFlow logic is essential for validating the functionality and usability of different SAP modules. It helps testers identify potential issues that could affect the flow of transactions, thereby enabling them to maintain the system's reliability and efficiency. 11. What is SAP cutover testing? In the realm of SAP, cutover testing plays a significant role. It's a crucial phase in a project's lifecycle that takes place just before the system is set to go live. During this period, end users are given the task to test the system with real-time, practical scenarios to ensure that it is fully functional and ready for production. This testing process is aimed at identifying any potential issues that might affect the system's performance once it's live. It's a critical step that helps prevent any post-implementation failures, ensuring a smooth transition from the development phase to the production environment. In cutover testing, users will typically test various transactions, data integrity, and system behavior under different circumstances. It involves multiple teams, including the technical team responsible for system setup and configuration, the functional team that handles transaction testing, and the data team that ensures data integrity. This collaborative effort helps ensure a smoother transition to a production environment. 12. What approach should be taken when writing a BDC program? BDC, or Batch Data Communication, is a technique in SAP that enables automated data entry. Writing a BDC program begins with recording a transaction using the SHDB transaction code. This recording is then used as a reference to create a program that replicates the recorded transaction. Once the program is written, it can be tested and refined. It's crucial to take a cautious approach when writing a BDC program, as errors can have significant consequences. Writing a BDC program should be viewed as a process of iteration and refinement, where testing and debugging play a crucial role. It's also important to consider possible variations in the data that might be input into the program, and to ensure that the program can handle these variations without errors or loss of data. 13. What are some key SAP modules on which testing can be performed? There are several key SAP modules where testing can be performed, which helps to ensure the functionality, reliability, and efficiency of the system. These modules often include Financial Accounting, FI. This module deals with financial transactions data and provides real-time financial processing. Controlling, CO. It is used for internal reporting and monitoring of operational costs. Sales and distribution, SD. It manages all aspects from selling goods to receiving payments. Production planning, PP. It supports all activities like material requirement planning, bills of material, routings, and capacity planning. Material management, MM. It covers all tasks within the supply chain, including consumption-based planning, purchasing, vendor evaluation, and invoice verification. Quality management, QM. It involves planning, inspection, and managing quality in production processes. Human capital management, HCM. This module is used to streamline human resource management processes. Project systems, PS. It manages project lifecycles from start to finish. Each module requires specific testing to ensure its functionality as per the business processes' requirements. 14. How does SAP testing help in detecting and rectifying errors at different project phases? SAP testing plays a crucial role throughout various project phases by identifying and correcting issues. During the initial stages, it helps in pinpointing configuration and integration errors. As the project progresses, it aids in identifying issues pertaining to data accuracy and process functionality. It ensures the system's integrity and reliability by detecting and fixing errors in real time during the operation phase. SAP testing also helps optimize system performance by identifying bottlenecks and suggesting appropriate solutions. By ensuring data consistency, it safeguards against business disruptions and ensures smooth project execution. 15. What is the role of an application server in SAP? The application server in SAP functions as a mediator between the database, which houses the data, and the user interface, where the data is accessed and manipulated. It plays a key function in the SAP system structure since it is responsible for processing requests, executing complex business logic, and managing transactions. The application server primarily uses a BAP, Advanced Business Application Programming, or Java to perform these tasks. It is also responsible for ensuring data safety and integrity, as it can roll back uncompleted transactions to avoid any inconsistencies. This middle layer plays a crucial role in managing and handling business operations, providing an efficient way to manage the flow of information within an organization. 16. Can you explain what SAP IDES is? IDES stands for Internet Demonstration and Evaluation System. It's a version of SAP system that consists of sample data and pre-configured settings. The purpose of IDES is to provide a platform where users can get familiar with the SAP system, learn how it operates, and practice using various modules. It encompasses almost all the modules of SAP and is a comprehensive tool for understanding the intricacies of SAP software. It is not used for actual business processes, but rather for training, self-study, and demonstration purposes. It is an effective tool for learning and demonstrating the capabilities of SAP system in a risk-free environment. 17. What is supplementation language in SAP? The supplementation language in SAP is a feature that allows the use of multiple languages in a single SAP system. It is useful for companies operating internationally, as it enables them to use their local language while also having the option to switch to another language if needed. The primary language in an SAP system is usually English, and any additional languages are referred to as supplementation languages. These can be added or changed according to the requirements of the company. The supplementation language is not just limited to documentation or user interfaces, but it also influences the language in which data is stored and retrieved. In SAP, data is initially created in the primary language, and then supplemented in other languages as per the need. This language supplementation process happens automatically once the required settings are done. This feature is particularly beneficial for businesses that have users across different geographical locations, as it allows them to work in their preferred language, thereby enhancing user comfort and productivity. 18. What is the significance of private mode in SAP? Private mode in SAP refers to the user session's memory allocation. When a user logs into SAP, a work process is allocated to the user, which is rolled in and rolled out of RAM as needed. If a user's requirements exceed the available RAM, the system automatically shifts to private mode. In this mode, the user's data is stored in a temporary table on the hard disk instead of RAM. This allows the system to continue functioning but at a slower speed due to the reduced processing power. So, private mode is a significant aspect of memory management in SAP that ensures uninterrupted system operation, albeit at a slower pace. Note: ideally, the system should never go into private mode. If it does, it's typically an indication that the system needs more resources or the user is running a transaction that's too heavy. 19. How does SAP testing ensure data consistency and minimize redundancy? SAP testing plays a crucial role in maintaining data integrity by minimizing data duplication and ensuring consistency. It follows a structured approach that validates each data entry point, checks for data validation rules, and ensures that data is updated in a synchronized manner across all modules. This reduces the risk of data corruption or redundancy. SAP testing also checks the data processing capabilities of the SAP system to ensure that it supports data from various sources without creating duplicate entries. It ensures the functionality of all modules and their interconnections, thus maintaining data consistency. 20. What is the importance of integration testing in SAP? Integration testing in SAP is crucial in ensuring that all linked modules function seamlessly together. It involves running tests to examine the interaction between different SAP modules in a simulated business process. It's a fundamental step in making sure that all components of the system are working harmoniously, as it checks for data consistency and integrity across multiple modules. If integration testing is skipped or not conducted properly, it can lead to serious issues in the live environment, such as data inconsistency, process failures, and even substantial financial losses. Therefore, it plays a vital role in the development process by helping to detect and fix any unexpected behavior or inconsistencies between interlinked modules at an early stage. This can significantly reduce the risk of potential problems in the future when the system goes live. 21. How do you approach regression testing in SAP? In regression testing, the focus is on validating existing software applications to ensure that changes or additions haven't affected the existing functionality. A comprehensive strategy for regression testing in SAP involves identifying critical business processes, creating test cases for those processes, and executing these tests after any system updates or changes. Choosing automated testing tools can also be beneficial in executing repeatable test cases and accelerating the testing process. It's crucial to prioritize the functionalities that need to be tested based on their business criticality and the risk associated with them. Regular execution of regression tests, especially after every major or minor upgrade, is a proactive approach, as it helps in early detection of any potential issues. Also, maintaining an up-to-date regression test suite is vital, as it is an essential tool for ensuring the system's reliability and stability after any changes. 22. What is the role of user acceptance testing in SAP implementation? User acceptance testing, UAT, plays a critical role in SAP implementation. It is essentially the process of verifying if a system or software meets the specified requirements and is usable for its intended purpose. The primary aim is to validate whether the system can support day-to-day business and user processes and ensure it is ready for real-world operation. During UAT, actual software users test the software to make sure it can handle required tasks in real-world scenarios, according overall with specified requirements. This is the final step before the product goes live, so its importance cannot be understated. It can potentially save organizations a significant amount of time and money by identifying and addressing issues prior to full launch. 23. How do you handle performance testing in SAP? Performance testing in SAP is crucial to ensure that the system can handle the workload effectively and maintain its performance under different circumstances. This type of testing involves several steps. Initially, we identify the key transactions that need to be tested. Then, we design specific test cases that mirror real-life scenarios. Afterward, we execute these tests using appropriate tools such as LoadRunner or SAP TAO. Throughout this process, we closely monitor the system's performance, particularly in terms of response time and throughput. If we find any bottleneck overall, we make the necessary adjustments and run the tests again. This process continues until the system's performance meets the predefined benchmarks. 24. What are the key considerations for SAP security and authorization testing? When it comes to security and authorization testing in SAP, several key considerations must be kept in mind. First, it's crucial to ensure that all users have the appropriate access rights and permissions. This includes checking that users can't access data or functions beyond their authorization level. Second, testing should confirm that password policies are enforced and that there are mechanisms in place to detect and prevent unauthorized access. Third, it's important to verify the correct implementation of segregation of duties to prevent fraud and errors. Lastly, testers must evaluate the effectiveness of audit logs and reporting features to ensure they provide a complete and accurate record of all activities. 25. Can you describe a successful SAP testing project you've been involved in, highlighting your contributions and the project's outcome? In one of my prior roles, I served as a key team member for an SAP testing project at a large manufacturing firm. My primary responsibility was managing the testing of the SAP ECC module. This task required me to develop and execute test cases, detect defects, and report them back to the development team. The project was deemed successful, given that the system ran smoothly post-implementation, with minimal post-production errors. This success can be attributed largely to the extensive testing performed and the quality of the test cases I developed. I received recognition from the project manager for my contributions, solidifying the project as a significant milestone in my professional journey. In wrapping up, we've covered some of the most frequently asked SAP testing interview questions and their answers. These questions are designed to help you gain a better understanding of what interviewers generally seek in candidates. By revisiting these questions before your interview, you'll be better prepared to provide well-rounded and detailed answers. We hope this content has been beneficial to your interview preparation. If you found it useful, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more informative content like this.